Are you? We'll go into the City Arsenal straight away. Are you happy with that, Gav?
Yes. You know what? Yes and no. Because I would say yes, because the many times we've went to the Etihad and got absolutely fisted and got no points has been quite a lot. Get a point at the Etihad when City weren't. Yeah, they've missed Kyle Walker. They had a few injuries, but it was still a pretty strong team. To come away
They
with a draw
dominated
is
you,
perfect.
though.
But
Would you agree with that? They dominated you, though. Would you agree with that?
Dominate's a strong word. Played better and had more possession. Absolutely, had more chances. Absolutely. The reason I say no for the point is
Because you're a prideful man.
no, because I'm just being greedy. I want all the 3 points. I felt we could have, we should have put 2 chances away, but we didn't. City had more chances, but when it's coming to the end of the season, you need to get all the points that you can get. That
I think
potential
as
games.
contenders against them, you should be turning up to take the 3 points. And I'm not gonna lie, mate, you just looked quite happy with a draw. Like you just
I will throw this in there.
Forwards.
I got a handle for it. It was the game wasn't Super Sunday. It was title contenders versus title pretenders.
Oh, that's a bit rough.
I'm going to go harsh on this. No, I'm going to go harsh on this, man. I don't see what that actually serves you. Going up there and drawing. Oh, you drew. Well done. We've stopped his record. Oh, City scored 58 times in 2 seconds. City scored 58 times consecutively at the Etihad. We stopped them doing that. That's brilliant, but it's not improved your situation.
But who said that?
If you won today, it was all over Sky after the game. It was all over Sky.
It's a fucking media thing.
2 cents. Even AFTV came out straight away after the game going, stalemate, good result. It wasn't a good result. How was it a good result?
No,
it's a good result over history it had.
But what I'm saying is, with 8 games to go,
you want to win you want to get all the points that are out there, and that's why I would say no. But that is me being greedy. That's me being a fan. But at the same time,
I don't think it is.
That's me thinking from my heart. The reason I say yes, a point that is a good result for us also, is thinking of my head. That just shows how far we've come.
No, 2 cents, Ben. 2 cents. Right, explain that one then. With your head, explain that one then. How is it a good result?
Right. So the past 7 times we've travelled to the Etihad, I'm pretty sure we've lost by more than a 2-goal deficit.
Okay.
We've not played well at the Etihad.
No.
Possibly, in almost the past decade. I mean, we hadn't won there since 2015. We still haven't won there since 2015. But today, who was it? I think it was Aki had a shot against David Raya, and David Raya saved away the header for Aki. Sorry, that would have been the domino. That would have been the start and fall and domino, and it would have there would have been more chances like that. I mean, we would have conceded, but we didn't. We backed up our ideas and we actually played better defensively.
I think he's played well, as in I think he's played well with the game plan he went up there. I think Arteta shit the bed. I think me and Ben both said that, because I don't know why you go up to the Etihad and go for a draw just to try and help your overall record. What I'm saying is you've literally handed Liverpool 2 points today.
I also think Arsenal are competing to beat City and win the title, and I've gone to City and held for a draw. Like it genuinely, like don't get me wrong, the City, like they're going up the other end of the pitch, they're awful. But like I don't know. I think if it's me, if I'm an Arsenal fan, rather than getting a draw, I'd need to go up and try and punish them.
It's a missed opportunity.
But that's of course. If you're going for a title, you're going for a trophy. You want to get the wins, absolutely. If you don't, then you're just fucking stupid. But a draw's not the end of the world for us. If we lost and City go ahead of us, I think it's a massive hill to climb. Yes, Liverpool are 2 in front of us now. I see Liverpool dropping points.
I said
all
this
we
to
need
Ben.
to do is just match City.
I'd literally said this to Ben. That is the whole reason. That is the only thing I can think of that Arteta's done. By drawing, you've made City more than 3 points behind you, and that is the paramount thing. Oh no, sorry, they're 3 points behind Liverpool.
They're on their point. Yeah.
So they're now. I think they're 2 points behind you lot, 3 points behind Liverpool. It's
they're
the only
only
thing.
1 point. 1 point behind us. Yeah.
I personally think you've done Liverpool a favour. I don't think you've done yourselves any favours. I get the notion of you trying to break the buck of not losing the Etihad, but the problem is, mate, City are capable of going 8 wins in a row.
You know, that's what I mean. I don't think it was the case of trying to break the duck or whatever. It's a case of if all we need to do now, if City win, we need to win. City draw, we need to draw or win. We need to just match what they do and just hope Liverpool drop points, which I do see them dropping points.
So you don't see Liverpool as the favourites?
I don't think it'll be losing. Losing the 3 points. I think there'll be draws throughout the way, but I think they'll draw against Everton, a good sin, or possibly even lose that one. There was another one I seen, but I can't remember who it was. I think they can easily drop points there. City are 1 point behind us. I know last season they were fucking 13, 14 behind us and caught us, but I feel different about this team. There seems to be more maturity. There's a maturity about it. But I think me and Jay spoke about this a couple of days ago. If Arteta came to the Etihad and played what was on the pitch, we had a better chance of winning. The way he set up today, the way we played today, was he was trying to outclass or outplay Pep rather than outplay what he's been doing all season.
I just think he was trying to lose. He just didn't want to lose.
He didn't want to lose to Pep. I feel, but yeah, you don't want to lose. But it felt different with this one a bit.
Is to withhold that pressure for 90 minutes. Arsenal's defending was class. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
she did really well to take the pressure for 90 minutes. I'm disappointed that it's been bigged up to be this. It's a title race match. It's going to be an unbelievable game of football. And it was shit. It was.
It's one of those, though, Ben.
It was more fun to watch. You know,
but it's one of those, though. I disagree. But I mean, the ones that are being built is the best games about are always not going to match the level of the hype.
No, the problem is if that's going to be the rivalry for the next 5 years and the best and biggest game in the Premier League after Klopp goes, there's no point in even watching it. It's just a chess match at this point, really.
It is a chess match, but I think
caution's never thrown to the wind. You both want possession, and then to be honest with you, I think Arteta would have done that regardless today. I genuinely think he's gone up there just to go, we're good enough defensively now, we don't need to come out and play against you, and we'll try and hit you on the counter. And it almost worked a couple of times.
He tried to match what he'd done at the start of the season when we beat them 1-0. Coming after the party, crossfield balled it to Martinelli, take a shot. That's what it kind of felt like. It felt like just doing the same move again. If it comes off, it comes off. It doesn't, it doesn't. It's not the end of the world. But
I think you lot have the hardest running though, don't you?
Probably still got United, Spurs, Villa, Brighton,
Villa,
Wolves.
So are you any more confident from winning the Premier League now? I'm going to ask every week running in the raining. I can't imagine the first year of doing this pod that they win the Premier League. That would be fucking depressing, wouldn't it?
I'm kind of the same. I'm not less, and I'm not more. I feel we've got the same amount of chance. If we had lost today, it would have been down a lot.
If you were, you've seen it as well, probably, and so's Ben. Is that all of this? The only thing that gets me is the change of perspective and the pivot from, and not only AFTV. It's not like I'm shitting on them, but all of the social media stuff for Arsenal, because they were going a couple of weeks ago. Oh, we can go to the Etihad and we can outplay them at their own game, and we'll play our own style of football. Yeah, and you just didn't. You just decided to sit back, which is fine. I mean,
I was one of those fans. If I'm being honest, I was predicting a 1-0, 2-1. I didn't think it was going to be outclassing. I thought it was just going to be somebody's going to get ahead and stay ahead. But Do I want 3 points? Absolutely. Am I gutted about getting a point? Nah.
Fair.
You need all the points you can kind of get, and if a point's available, you're going to take a point rather than no points.
The only talking point I know from the game, that's how fucking boring it was. Wasn't even about any of the actual creativity. It was just the fact how bad Anthony Taylor was today.
Oh, nah, see, just before we get into that, there's 2 chances I want to talk about where it strengthens the argument of why we need a striker. I think it was Bukayo Saka has whipped the ball across the 6-yard box, and Jesus is about 4 steps behind it, and he slid into next week. How is he not there? One, and it's like he's dived after the ball. That's the first one. The second one is we've got a 2v2. We've got Trossard in front of the 2 centre backs, and Martinelli's roaring down the fucking other side.
I was saying,
and he's not fucking whipped it in. I think he was going to, and then thought, nah, I'm going to be a little cute here. Tried to come back, and it's landed in our own fucking half.
So when you watch the Jesus one, it's because if you look at it, Akanji's so clever. He nudges Jesus as he tries to go behind Akanji, and he puts him off balance, and that's when he comes stumbling in front of the goal. And the second one, Trossard, it was his first touch. It was absolutely shocking.
Yes, absolutely. It was, and I think that he tried to compensate with trying to be a little cute, cutting back and and it didn't work out. But I don't know where Timber is. He was apparently going to be fit for this game, and I was excited for that because I think that would have been one of those inclusions where City weren't going to expect it, and it could have played into their advantage. I also might not know, but hey ho. But yes, Anthony Taylor, get in the bin. Fucking baldy
shit, wasn't he?
He was giving fouls that wasn't a foul. He was booking folk that wasn't a fucking foul in the first place. He was letting stuff go, which, don't get me wrong,
right.
I don't mind stuff getting let go. But he's calling a foul on the same thing 2 seconds later. Who was it?
The biggest issue is, right, he went with an hour before he got the card because he was too busy pussyfooting out here. Well, basically, Odegaard committed, I think, 7 fouls.
I don't know, 7.
No,
it was a lot.
It was great.
Just kind of looked at him. Just makes you what is going on?
No, genuinely.
One challenge.
Go on.
Sorry, Jay.
Go on.
There was one in the first half, and I think it's only about 10-15 minutes in. I think it's Jesus. He's done something. And Anthony Taylor just went, whoa. And it's like...
It was Jesus. It was the 3rd time in 10 minutes. And it's like, don't try and be his therapy coach. Card the cunt.
Yeah.
There were so many cards that should have been given that weren't. And then the ones that were given, it was a bit like, giving it for that? Really?
What? For the sake of it. It was useless. Useless.
He's probably went on Twitter at half time going, I wonder what folk are going to say. And it's just gone, prick, shit.
Because you know what, literally, I think he's gone for the refereeing type of let the game breathe. And it wasn't doing that. It was doing the negative where like Arsenal had no interest in pressing, and all that was happening was they were just cutting up play and stopping momentum. That's all that was happening.
Yeah. Just be consistent. If you're going to let stuff go, just be consistent. Because there was one that happened. Who was it? I think it was a nudge. It was a nudge or something on a City player that it wasn't a foul, but it was given as a foul. And then literally across the pitch, a City player's done it to an Arsenal player. And Anthony Taylor's just went, get up, son. But how is one a foul and one's not, you stupid baldy prick?
He lost the game. He is there with all that mentality, which I absolutely hate. Is we don't get that card because it's a good game. No, this is the ones where you should be on point with a card, because if a team does get too handsy or they do start doing stupid fouls where they're just dropping people here and there or kicking the ball out of that crap, then if they still get sent off, because they're always make the game more interesting rather than the snooze fest reps us out.
Arsenal committed 20 fouls.
I disagree with that, Ben. I think if you have one player that gets sent off, that team just... I know Arsenal sat back today, but they would sit even further back. They would get their tents and pitch them in the 6-yard box. No, but that's what I mean. If that was any other game and it was attack v attack, that other team that's got a red card is just going to camp in their own half. They're not going to do anything.
Spanish John Dash on the fucking on the sideline today.
No. He's called up Moisey and asked how to do a low block over the international break. That's what it was. Do you know what I mean? He's got Moisey and Kevin.
That's a question. Do you think the international break had something to do with how poor the game actually was?
It made it. I don't think they were all fit and firing. No, if that's what you're asking. If you looked at, De Bruyne. I said this to Ben actually. I think it's the worst I've seen De Bruyne play. Actually, two ends. Not short passing, not keeping it
today.
Not keeping it up, but like final balls and anywhere past like what I'd call the medium range passing. I thought it was terrible. Nothing was in a feet. I think Bernardo Silva. I don't know how he didn't get a look in for player of the match. I thought he was quality. I get why Saliba got it. I'm a bit dubious because Haaland doesn't turn up against any of the big teams. That's not what he was there for. He was there to beat a low block, which he should have done today. But I don't actually think Saliba done more than defending. I think Gabriel done more than defending against Saliba, against Haaland, to be honest with you.
It's one of those stats say different. It's stats say different is the problem. I think Gabriel was more active. He was more active going up and down the pitch, trying to get the attack flowing. Saliba was just kind of there to not bully Haaland. He was just there to try and keep Haaland quiet throughout the game.
Kirill had a very awkward game. I thought Kirill had a very awkward game, and then Tomiyasu had a very awkward 10 minutes or 20 minutes.
You know what? Kirill, he started off shaky, grew into the game, and then got a little bit shaky again. I don't know if that was just legs or what. And then Tomiyasu came on, and the first thing he done was
getting megged.
I think it was Doku. Doku just breezed past him. Then after that, Tomiyasu went, "You can kick that ball past me. You're not going past me." That's
the commentator literally went, "Oh, and how's Tomiyasu going to deal with the first?" And then literally Doku just megged him and walked through him, and you're like, "Well, he ain't dealing with him. That's how he's going to deal with him. He ain't dealing with him." If there's no other points, I'd just like to ask: are you as good a team as City? Should you be highlighted in the same area as City? When I mean that is Man City's probably the best team in the world right now.
I would say we're still off them.
Right. Okay.
We're not as good. I think we're still off Liverpool.
Right. Okay.
I think we're 1 or 2 signings off of being a great team. No, I think we're a good team. I think we're more of a good team than an average team. If you get like Man United at the moment is an average team. You've got us that are a good team, but then you've got the elite and the great teams where you had the quadruple last season in the City, the Premier League and Champions League a couple of years back winners with Liverpool. We it sounds bad. We haven't won anything yet. We've won the FA Cup a few times. We've qualified for a Champions League. It doesn't put us in the same bracket as that. Do I think we can get to that level? Yes. We're 1 or 2 signings off of it. And then when those 1 or 2 signings come in, it'll either be make or break for that fucking comment.
That's all right. It'll just be getting clipped. I've got a timestamp of it. It's all good.
That's brilliant.